Today is Thursday, December 2nd, 2021. The Omicron is the big topic of conversation right now, the Omicron virus of COVID. And there's been a lot of talk trying to put together its characteristics. And I wanted to go over the primary four characteristics of any virus with which we have to do. The first of them is the transmissibility. Some viruses need very intimate contact. The HIV virus, sexually transmitted viruses of various sorts, need intimate contact with an infected individual before it can be spread. You may remember Dustin Hoffman, Outbreak. Boy, that's a wonderful movie. It was a big deal when they found out that it could be spread through the air and that it could be aerosol. That was a big point, and that is true of the COVID virus. It can be spread through the air from an infected individual to an uninfected individual. Right now, they're saying there are two known cases in the United States, which in my opinion means there's 20,000 cases, because those are only the people diagnosed. Many people will have a virus and not know that they have it. So transmissibility is a huge factor, and they don't know this yet about the Omicron. What is its rate of transmissibility? They're going to find out, because it's going to spread. It's spread like this is exponential. The slope starts gradually, but by the time you start squaring it, the exponential growth goes through the roof. The second part, and the part no one's talking about at this point, is the incubation period. That is a huge issue. A period between when a person is infected and when they are symptomatic, because during that time they will be spreading the virus. Now, if we assume that this new Omicron is just as transmissible as regular COVID, which is a good bet, then it's gonna spread. It's gonna spread all over. And if we assume that its incubation period is the same, see, the trick is, if the incubation period if the virus is very nasty, horrible in your body, and it's spread through the air, it wipes you down flat really fast, that's a good thing. It means that you're not going to be spreading it all around your community as you go to work, go to the grocery store, go to the library, wherever you're going to go. You won't be spreading it because you get sick so fast. So a very nasty virus, in a sense, is a wonderful thing. It keeps it from spreading as much. But one that slowly incubates in your body, that means it's going to be spread much more surely because it has a longer incubation period. So again, assuming incubation period the same, but if everything's the same, then it's not a variant. And they don't know. I have no idea what the incubation period is, but that's extremely important. That is one of the four big things about a virus. Third thing about any virus is, what is its morbidity and mortality? Morbidity meaning, how sick does it make you? Mortality meaning being among the people who are infected, how many does it kill? And here's something very important. Most of the viruses out there don't bug us at all. They live inside us. I do not. Most people in the United States have what's called the cytomegalovirus, CMV. And it doesn't bother anybody unless you are newborn or immune compromised. But for the population, for the general population, the cytomegalovirus doesn't bother anyone. Now, there's some people that happen to not have that virus, and I happen to be one of them. Didn't do anything for it. It's no big shakes on my part. Just born that way. And so I've given 21, 22 gallons of blood with my local blood bank, apheresis, plasma, with my local hospital's blood bank. And I used to say, oh, they tell all the guys they're rare, just as a come on. But apparently so. O positive and CMV negative make a big difference. My point is, we have lots and lots of viruses. They promote neither morbidity nor mortality. COVID is different. It will make you very, very sick. And some of those people who get very, very sick, it will kill. Otherwise, we wouldn't care about it. So what is the morbidity and what is the mortality? You can go on CNN right now and listen to a doctor in South Africa say, yeah, we've seen these cases come in, but they're mostly very mild. Young people, very mild. Well, then you've got to ask, what is the vaccination rate in that country? But more than that, she's working on anecdotes. This is her experience in South Africa. And please remember this saying, anecdotal evidence is only evidence of an anecdote. World Health Organization and our own government workers are going to want large-scale statistics to show how many people it makes sick and how many people it kills. That is the third. The fourth, of course, is our response, because it reminds me of a cartoon I saw once where a man and a woman were sitting next to a radio. They had sent two of their sons to fight in France or Belgium and in World War II, and the radio says, we must live with rationing. We must have rubber drives. We need metal drives. Save all your cooking scrap oil and turn it into your butcher so we can use it. And the man and the woman are sitting there and they're saying, we're with you. Absolutely, we can do this. And underneath the caption is the greatest generation. And in the next one is a man in a t-shirt and with an American flag on it, saying, I want my freedom, I want my rights, me, I. And at the bottom it says, the grating generation. We have the tools we need to take care of this and wipe it out, just like we did polio and smallpox. But some people, based on the Republican Party's efforts, are not going, never, to follow what some people call follow the science. It's called being honest. And Fox News will never do that. They make money doing what they do. Republican politicians, by and large, will never do that because division is the cheap, simple, easy way to money and power. And repeatedly saying, you can't trust your government, even when they are government. My point is, we have the vaccines. We know about social distancing. We know about masks. We know about keeping surfaces clean. We know about, washing our hands, not touching our faces. We know about boosters. We know how to deal with this. But I don't see any change when a political individual who is immoral has found a fast, cheap, simple, easy way to jump on Newt Gingrich's bandwagon of slash and burn politics, and found how easy it is once you've divided people so that they will not work together, how easy it is to get money and power from that. They're sucking on that, and they will keep on sucking that until they can suck it dry.